Hey friends, and welcome back to the Reddit Rainbow. I hope your Monday treated you well. My day was pretty mundane, except for the fact that a lady tried to convince me that she didn't hit a pedestrian. The pedestrian hit her. Like, I was shook. The victim blaming was insane. Besides that insanity, grab your snacks, your vibes, and delights. It's story time. We're first going to read an update to the story called, Am I the Asshole for Wearing a Wedding Dress at a Wedding? The long and the short of it is that OP thought it was a costume party, but it was a surprise wedding. They were cosplaying as the corpse bride and asked if they should change, and they were told no by the groom, unbeknownst to the bride. The OP ended up getting blocked by both the bride and the groom, but they wrote an update, so let's keep going. Since they blocked me on everything, I didn't try to reach out since it would be a waste of effort, but I didn't block them back. If they wanted to talk, I was fine with it. And 2 days ago, I was unblocked by my friend. She asked if we could call and talk about what happened, and I agreed. She apologized for blowing up at me like she did, but also told me she was still upset. I was only made aware because of the comments, and now her, that wearing wedding attire to anything wedding related is common sense. All I knew was the no white on the wedding day. Honestly, after people informed me, I felt awful and downright stupid. So I apologized back for not running it through her like I should have, since I didn't know. I know lots of people were telling me to cut her off, but I've known her since I was 14, so I'm glad we can stay friends. Her husband, on the other hand, oh shit. Y'all, I'm actually so enthralled with the story, I haven't read any of it yet. He had told her that he came up to me and asked me to change, and apparently I told him it didn't matter because I was already there or something along those lines, and she was crying a lot while telling me. After she blew up at me and I told her the real story, she got pissed at her husband. What the heck? The husband threw OP all the way under the bus. Damn. The husband suggested both of them block me so the fight would stop, and she agreed to it but was still upset by it all. Eventually, she started asking people who were at the wedding to see what happened. Ooh. 3 people saw me walk up to him and heard me ask, and this is where she learned her husband lied to her. Again, a huge fight between the two. And it turns out he's hated me since I met them 5 years ago. What the heck? They had already been dating for a year beforehand, and I became good friends with her, but not him. Remember, OP and friend are only like 19 and 20 years old. He felt as though I was trying to take his girlfriend. I don't know what I did to make him feel this way. She's beautiful, but I'd never do that shit to anyone. 'Cause you're a good person, OP. I don't know why he'd wait 5 years, but he decided the day of his wedding was the best time to get rid of me. I'm not really sure what's going to happen to them in the future. She's staying at another friend's house until her and her husband are able to talk about it. I doubt I'll update anymore, like update, they're getting divorced, because that feels insensitive. Again though, thanks to everyone for all the advice and point of views. It helped me so much. Have a good day or night. And an edit. My friend is doing a lot better and plans to talk to her husband soon. I've also shown her my post since I felt like she had a right to know. While some comments made her quite upset, she knows she overreacted. My friend's emotions are always intense, but she tries her best to keep them under control. She's seen people talk about the red flags in her husband, but isn't sure what to do. She told me she'll decide based on what he does when they talk about it, and I'll support her no matter what she decides. Even if he rubs me the wrong way and I have my own opinion on what she should do, it's up to her. She's an amazing person, and I just want her to be happy. And that's the end of the post. Okay, listen. OP mentioned that he shouldn't have worn, wedding dress attire. But again, he didn't even know beforehand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like people are wrong to just like keep saying over and over again that he should have known better when nobody told them it was a wedding. It was just a costume party. I still say that marriage is doomed because what the literal fuck? I'm glad they're gonna remain friends and everything. And I also feel like the bride might have learned a lesson, like maybe a little more than she wanted to. You can't just blindly trust, you know? Sometimes you have to find out and learn yourself. I think that's mostly for the people who get boyfriends and then kind of ghost all their friends and think that their boyfriend or whatever is law and whatever that kind of shit is. But I don't feel any type of way about those kind of people or anything. I can't wait to read your thoughts. Love you.